Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Alright, it's been a year. Or rather, it's been a month into the new year. And I think it's high time that I actually update my mag build. Let's do this. We're here in the simulacrum with mag. Alright. So, we're gonna put these dudes in a magnetized bubble now. These dudes as well. Put them in. Put them all in. And I'm not even gonna use my weapon. Pop the bubble. Just like that. Not even gonna use my weapon. Let's have a look at the build that I'm effectively using on mag. Keep in mind I also use my weapon normally, but I figured, we're in the simulacrum, sack it. This is the build that I am using on mag. 9 whole ass former, QuadrAugment natural mag build. Let's do it. We'll start from the top. What enemy radar being the aura that I find to be the most useful. Mainly because being able to see all the enemies on my mini-map as well as my map is just really useful. And this is stacking on top of something like Animal Instinct on my pets. Prime Sure-Footed, because I don't want to ever get knocked down or crowd controlled. I want to be the one that does all the crowd controlling. PSF is just so useful, and the fact that I could fit it onto my build without a former basically means it's a no-brainer. Of course, I'm not going to be using PSF. Equilibrium is a mod that is super duper useful these days because a lot of XMI enemies tend to drop big meaty health orbs, so Equilibrium can convert those into energy orbs. On top of that, I'm using Synth Fiber and Synth Deconstruct on my pets, thus allowing them to force enemies into dropping health orbs, which are effectively converted into energy orbs as well, which basically means anyone who gets hit by my pets will pretty much be providing me with energy upon death. Prime Continuity for that extra ability duration, mainly in this case to offset the ability duration nerf that comes from fleeting expertise, whilst maintaining the really high ability efficiency, which is just invaluable for a caster warframe like mag, as well as most other warframes actually. Stretch for that extra ability range because of course I want to have ability range on mag. Pretty much all of her abilities use ability range in some way, shape or form. Now let's have a look at all 4 augments. We'll start off with Greedy Pull. For the longest time, I never used Greedy Pull. I thought it was useless. Well, not useless, but it just completely wasn't necessary for my playstyle with mag. It turns out that Greedy Pull works on the energy orbs that you make via Emergence Dissipate via your operator. And so now there is a reason for me to use Greedy Pull. Let me demonstrate that. Here are some enemies who are paused. So I make the Emergence Dissipate orbs, and then if I use Greedy Pull, notice how right before the enemies get yeeted, the orbs actually came to me as well. So in this bundle of joy, there are the Emergence Dissipate energy orbs, just like that. Alright, let's continue with the build. Magnetized Discharge being the second augment that I'm using on mag is actually very useful. Not only does it give Magnetize even more range, which is kind of hilarious, but on top of that, the ability to be able to just manually detonate my magnetized bubble is just really useful. It also means that high duration builds are not a problem for mag. Counterpulse, the very reason why I want to use high duration on mag. And also, quick side note on the duration, you may be saying, hold up, how are you getting 220% power duration on this build? It's because I have an invigoration that gives me 100% ability duration and energy rate. So that's also going to be really useful. Keep that in mind throughout this entire video. But being able to jam enemies' weapons and effectively make them stun locked for, at this particular moment in time, like 8-9-ish seconds, but usually around about 5-ish seconds, is really good. Fracturing Crush. The ability to be able to not only have increased casting speed on Crush, which is kind of hilarious, especially compared to how slow Crush was 10 years ago. But also, with the armor strip changes, being able to basically permanently fully armor strip enemies with the power of Matter Eye is just really, really good. In terms of the arcanes I'm using Bolt Efficiency, so long as I keep my shields up, which is usually the case, my power duration also increases by 36%. So my 120% duration build, which is currently sitting at 220% duration, will go up to 156% duration, which is just a little bit more than using only Prime Continuity, so we've kind of come back full circle. And on top of that, we have Arcade Aegis just being able to become functionally invulnerable for 12 seconds against anything outside of toxin damage and finishers and, well, true damage is, in my opinion, super duper good. Now, on top of the mods on my mag build, there's also the Archon Shards on my mag build, so let's go through those as well. I have 5 Archon Shards, 2 of which are Tau Forged because I have extremely bad luck in getting Tau Forged shards. Apparently that's going to become better in an update sooner or later, but until then, I only have 2. 15% ability duration, which is why I have more ability duration than what my mods would suggest, as well as an additional 10% ability duration on the Crimson Shards, and I'm also getting some 25% primary status chance at the present moment, mainly to offset or try to offset a primary status chance nerf on my Paris Prime via my Riven. Additional casting speed on the Tau Forged Amber Shard, which I might swap to something else later on, I don't know. And even more casting speed on my mag, because you know what, why not? I just want to have more casting speed. Basically, my Amber Shards are providing me with slightly more than a natural talent's worth of casting speed at the present moment. That's the entire build. Really, really strong. Really, really strong build for mag. Basically, not even necessarily min-maxing mag, but just like going whole ham and being able to use mag in what I find to be the most fun way, being able to use all of her abilities and just have a ready supply of energy via Immersius Dissipate, as well as Synth Fiber, Synth Deconstruct feeding into Equilibrium. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. What kind of mag build do you use in 2023? Let me know in the comments. Do you use a all-rounder build, or do you still hyper-focus on a magnetized build, or something else? Also, keep in mind, I'm not using any Hellman's stuff at all, outside of shards, but I don't think that really counts. Mainly because I just find all of Mag's abilities to be super duper useful now, to the point where I really cannot recommend a single ability to be removed. Not even pull anymore, because of how useful it is for magnetized bubbles. But aside from that, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Warframe content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Heads up, a Grenier assault team is headed your way.